Okay. Hello, Erick Ouksel. This is interview about self-regulation and autonomy, and I'm under an investigation concerning and regarding these important skills. And why don't we start? Why don't you tell me first of all what is your name and where are you from?
Hello, my name is Erick Ouksel. I am from Paris, France, and I'm currently working in the marketing teaching field. Voilà.
Okay. Um, Eric, how did you get into the education field, or how did you become interested in this endeavor, which is education?
Mm, alors, after working a while in communication agencies, I realized that the interns we had in the agency, needed complemental education about what we were doing in the agency. They didn't know exactly what we were doing. They only had academic skills, and this is why they were picked. They were selected to work in the agency, but they were missing a whole experience and professional background.
Okay.
So I started to monitoring them, and
Hmm.
after a while, I had the opportunity to work directly for school, and they hired me to give extra classes for students in
Okay.
marketing.
Do you think that probably with this experience as a teacher, do you consider that in one way you foster autonomy with these students you got at the moment?
Um, Not quite exactly, because the people, the students I have to face with, um, are people that really need to know what's going on in a company. Uh, the only thing they have is a academic background, and they have the opportunity to develop theoretical skills, but they pretty much have no idea what it's like to be facing a client, responding a need. And we have I had to teach them all about that. So essentially, with practice, with case studies, and by también advising readings of books, professional books that were written by professionals about their experience.
Okay.
So you always have a certain amount of people that are really willing to um, to learn, and that are really proactive. But it's only a few people among a class.
Yeah.
So I would say that fostering students at this moment, no, not exactly, no. But after teaching them, uh, sometimes you get to reveal a few profiles, and they have some, like, some would say a revelation about the job, about this discipline, and they really get into it. So they want to know more, and they start to study by themselves because they want to be ready for the next class. They want to wait. They want to return a very good assignment. So they really get into it, and they start to merge themselves in the discipline and start to work on their own.
Okay.
And sometimes they ask you for extra lessons or extra advices. Voilà.
Okay, I got it. So Eric, I'm currently sharing my screen, and I'm gonna show you some results of some perceptions regarding autonomy and
So,
self-regulation by some teachers. Can you see my screen?
I can see it.
Okay, good. So right here, I'm showing you. Let me amplify a little bit. Okay, look at this result. In this assertion, you can see that it says the language learners of all ages can develop learner autonomy. You see, 37.5% of the teachers are in agree. 25% of the teachers are strongly in agreement, and 37.5% of the teachers, they are unsure. They don't know if their learners or kids, young and adults can develop learner autonomy. What is what do you think teachers are unsure about this assertion? What do you consider?
I understand this portion because there's two questions within your questions, which are the students studying for the for the class, or will they be still studying to get to know more and optimize their knowledge about the discipline in the future? So this is one thing, working for the grades, and it's other one, specialize himself in a discipline, because just like we were saying at the beginning of the interview, you can never you never stop to learn.
Exactly.
So the learning autonomy is a technique, but you never know if the students will apply this technique in the future, or if they're only doing this for the class. I've seen people just working for the class, for the grades, and
that's true.
And after that, they're not able to put in practice, to apply what they've learned. So I kind of understand it's really hard presuming of someone's learning autonomy skills.
That's correct.
You really see that in them. It's a long-term process. So I think a teacher can give you the tools to show you what you have to do to learn on yourself. But this is something you're gonna have to use all your life after that.
That's right.
You're not only working for the grade. You're working to know, just like a medic. The people that are studying health, that want to become that want to work in the medical field, they always keep on learning, and they have to be updated.
Yes, Eric, because everything that they have to learn, they have to put it in practice. Okay, Eric. Voilà. So let's move to this perception of the teachers concerning, the progress toward goals. Your students keep track of their progress toward goals. Look at the perception of the teacher. 62.5% are in agreement. Meanwhile,
Mm.
25% are unsure if their goals are important for, for
See,
keeping track progress.
see, once again, I'll be on the orange side because I really think that what a student expects from his teacher is some kind of a validation, and believing that a student will work on his own with a complete full autonomy throughout the year or throughout his cursus. To me, it's a it's a sweet dream. um, students are working for they're pretty unsure of themselves. Schools is about giving them a range of knowledge, but it's only the first step of their acquisition process. In the future, they will have to go on with that, and especially in the professional part. But I believe that 70% of the students that become professionals after give up on this. They're only working on what they have acquired, and sometimes it can turn into a problem, into an issue, because you meet people in companies that are not open-minded, and then and that are fully confident about their knowledge, about their diplomas, but they are not they are not observing, analyzing what's going on around them. So they become followers. And when you, as a client, you're looking for counseling, you really want to talk with experts. Sometimes you only meet people that are saying the same thing that you can find on the internet.
That's
Just because they're not doing the job, they're only applying what they've read on books.
yes, as you said before, the lack of experience is an issue, and well, certainly, these the goals should be more, focused on education. Let's check this assertion, Mr.
A goal
Ouksel.
from. Mhm.
This assertion highlights your students are able to accomplish goals on time. This is regarding punctuality, which here, as you know, in South America is unfortunately not part of our culture, comparing to pro European citizens who are um, who try to be punctual on what they do. Here, you can see that 75% of teachers consider that students are responsible, but 25% are in disagreement. How do you feel about this?
Um, it depends on how many people were interrogated about these questions. How many people participated in this study?
Eight teachers from different fields, from high education, from schools, and elementary education.
See, but it's dramatically low to appreciate
Hmm.
with objectivity
Yeah.
this comment se dice, this assertion, this
Hmm.
affirmation.
That's right.
I believe the work of once student's task is to get on time and return assignments on time. You have 70%, well, 70% of the students of a class who can return an assignment on time, from what I've seen, and the other 30% that are asking for more time. They have not understood what the task was about. If they don't return it on time, and maybe sometimes some students should get an extra credit for getting in on time, or some penalty for not returning on time.
Yes, probably
So
that depends on how the teacher is managing the class and its politics and certainly
see, but
rules.
since we're talking about auto learning implies self-management. So that means that 1/3 of a class cannot manage, is not able to manage his own time. And if they can't do that, when they get out of school, they won't be able to do anything right. I mean, professionally.
Absolutely. Eric, let's move on to this, divided opinion. And look at this. As soon as your students see a problem or challenge in the tasks you assign, they start looking for possible solutions. Yes, 62%, 62.5% consider their students are problem solvers in contrast to others who are unsure. What are your thoughts on this?
I'd say agree. I'd say green. Even if you still have a large amount of students that are expecting the teacher to give them the solution, so they can apply this solution, this procedure, after when they meet other problem. So I think it's basically normal that a teacher faces a blockage. I'm missing my words in English. I mean, to me, it's normal that students are waiting for the answer, and from the answer you must decline a procedure, a way to get to the solution, to a demonstration. So the problem is gonna enlighten the procedure, the way, the methods. So if they're not, the question was looking for possible solutions. Possible solutions doesn't mean that it's the right solution. So they're reacting. What the way the item is saying that these children are reacting, trying to find out a solution. To me, it's like people that are drowning in the sea, in the water, and they try to swim, but they don't have the technique.
There is a problem.
Voila. Until you throw them you throw them a hand to take them out, get them out of the water. So it's as soon as students see a problem or challenge the task you assign.
Certainly,
it really depends on the situation, because you can see babies that are trying to find solution when they're playing, or where they want to get to something. For instance, they see a candy, and the candy is up on the refrigerator, and they try to analyze how they could get to the candy.
mm-hmm. There certainly is a skill. Probably we have been born with that skill, to be independent. But probably as time passes by in our lives, probably we or society push us not to be independent, and we tend, to depend on. You see, so probably education should foster this, should foster independency in the students, so they will be able to be problem solvers. That is a very good issue.
Mm-hmm. See, I agree.
Okay, Mr. Ouksel, look at this. Um, Look at this perception of the teachers about most of the time your students don't pay attention. This is a very interesting thing that happens with our students. Most of the time, students don't pay attention to what they are doing. Yeah. What do you think
Mm,
about this?
once again, it depends on the level of the students we're talking about. Um, Students that have already completed, uh, um, comment on dit, um, that have already completed classes, who have a certain level of knowledge, and that want to specialize themselves in something. They're really passionate about their work. So I think they really focus on their
Mhm.
tasks. But let's say that in a classical way, in a normal class, half of the audience uh, won't pay attention, or it's not only about paying attention, but understand what is expected from them.
Mhm.
So I would say that no, formally the students are paying attention, but I um, this is but sometimes they just don't know. They just don't know.
Yes,
So they're committing they make errors, and you only learn by doing wrong.
yeah.
Enfin, most of
Another
the time
scenario,
we
another
are not
scenario
expected
we are
to.
seeing in our students is that they are on their many distractions. You see, so when when you have different distractions like a mobile phone, or a Facebook
Mhm.
account or Instagram account, so they easily are going to be lost, and their attention is going to be lost as well.
See, but I also think that these items should be banned from school. Um, I don't see how a student can study with a mobile phone open on different with different applications.
Absolutely,
Uh,
yes. And now,
Once cannot be distracted. He has to focus on the teacher and on what is being said.
yes, but now under this reality where the majority of the students around the world are in their houses in front of the screen alone, working by remote teaching, that is very easy. They get distracted because they have close to them all these kinds of devices. So it's quite
Yeah,
complicated.
yeah, but bon, All these devices brings you facilities
Mhm.
in completing tasks, but what can students do without it?
Mm.
It's another question.
That's is another question. That's absolutely correct. Let's see here other perception. When your students get behind on their work, they often give up. When they don't understand something, they give up. What do you think about this? Look, the 62.5% of the teacher are in disagreement. They don't think their students easily give up. What do you think?
No, I would disagree on that. I think they need more support, more help, and they need more interactions. These are people that need special attention from the
Mm-hmm.
teachers, and I think right now the school um, is not able to give this kind of special attention. Um, fine.
That's
Nevertheless, the devices. If a student gets ahead, he needs a special tutoring,
mm,
and it can be done by some other students or by extra classes. But I've seen many students, including me, that were that were getting behind on their work, but that were still trying to study.
that's
But
very
they were,
interesting.
they were they were facing difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
So
The support is quite important. Yeah.
no, I think this is something that needs to be work on.
Mm.
So we get less and less students behind their work, because well, after a while, see, they will have a tendency to give up after
Yes,
after after a few months. But if you can identify the people that are getting behind, um, uh, they can be helped.
considering also that we all are different and there are multiple intelligences, and some people are, have skills for something and other are not, and something like that. So we are, we can face um, fields differently than others. So
Right.
sometimes,
And you also have people that have different techniques to
exactly, yeah,
to learn.
yes,
Um,
exactly.
for me, for instance, I'm somebody who needs illustrations,
So
uh,
you're
and this is why, for instance, mathematics were were really abstracted.
mhm.
And when I asked my teacher to give me an example, most of the time he wasn't able. He wouldn't be able to give you an illustration and tells you exactly how what he was trying to teach you was could be translated in the real life.
Yes. That's why we
And
teachers we need to be very, very skillful to try to let our students know what we want them to know, but using different strategies is quite
or
is
you
quite
or you can see it the other way around. You can have teachers that are specialized in illustrating, others that are more about digamos, I don't know, enfin, more theoretical.
mhm,
Uh, um,
and other
you
more
also have
practical.
people that only read the book, they only go by the book,
Mhm,
and they tell the students to go by the book. And some students can follow these rules
mhm.
without any, enfin, these directions without any problems. To me, I really need more than the book. I need
Absolutely.
more illustrations and
Mhm.
interaction.
Yes.
Some people, what else? Some people can record the text by just reading it.
Hmm.
Some needs to work on much more, much more longer.
Yeah. Okay, look at this. Involving learners in decisions about what to learn promotes learner autonomy. So this is about the content.
Right.
Involving learners in decisions about what to learn promotes learner autonomy. What is your reaction to this?
No, I would disagree. Because to me, a learner, especially in the example I gave you, a learner is here to learn, to study. So how come does he know exactly what he needs to complete his class and to reach the level required? He doesn't know. So no, I don't see why learners will have to take decisions about the learning programs.
Hmm. That's very interesting. That's correct. So we need to teach our students techniques to understand how to get to the knowledge easily and
I
avoiding
give you
probably.
well, I give you an example about believing in religion. It would be translating its this questions would be like saying that a believer, let's say a Christian believer, um, is someone who has built his own Bible,
Mhm.
talking with the priest of his church, and he says, "Okay, I picked this, I picked that, I picked this, I picked." No, 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 no. You're missing the whole picture. The whole picture is following the path, and the path within this path, I things that are really easy to catch, to catch up, to catch on, and something that are more clever. And by studying step by step, you are you're getting yourself more prepared to reach the top. But you cannot make decisions about what you have to learn to be a believer, or to be chirurgien. Uh, Comment on dit? A surgeon.
Mhm.
Do you understand me?
Certainly, yes. And you said it at the beginning. Yeah, we can allow our students to choose all the time what they have to learn. Yes, we can allow them to choose sometimes probably some topics, but they can interfere in syllabus or the philosophy probably the
Voilà, they
institution
can.
is following
Voilà, they cannot interfere with the programs.
with the
They,
programs
the,
exactly.
but the other thing they can do is choose what they want to learn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Voilà, they can pick programs, but they
Hmm.
cannot say they cannot tell you what how you have to build this program,
Absolutely. Yeah.
what you have to find in it.
Yeah. Finally.
They don't know.
Hmm.
They're here to study. So how
Yes.
come they could take decisions about the content,
Hmm.
about the programs? It's to me it's upside down.
Tor- Totally agree. Finally, Mr. Ouksel, learners' autonomy is promoted through activities which learners opportunities to learn from each other. So this is about cooperation. And 50% here plus 50, so certainly looks like all teachers consider cooperation is
Mhm.
important.
No, I think it's a good thing too. I would agree on that too.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
it's it's
and
following the example of
especially,
the teacher.
yes, especially in this reality. Yeah. In the pandemic and probably the post-pandemic era, we will we will have to learn that we need to work together.
And moreover, it's it's an interesting topic. This crisis, because you have the example that 80% of the people are just following the directions of the medias and the politics. They are not listening to the scientists, and they are not looking for the information. You have the information all over the internet, but they're only watching and listening to some people that are not experts, and they have no idea of what is behind such crisis and how such crisis can emerge in our society at this time, given the economic situation we are in, and the problem of identity we are facing. Many people are looking for their identity. They just don't know what they are, where they're going, and what for. So, see,
Yes.
in this, I think we should foster them to learn on their own, and help them to make up their own mind, to be much more selective in the quality of the information and the sources. They're only watching one source of information, which are the medias, but everyone knows the medias work with are financed by big businessmen, and that it is a business. The more you follow a channel, a media, the more he makes dollars with publicity and advertising.
Yes, unfortunately, money talks.
But
Sir,
for those who don't know,
yes.
voilà.
Mr. Ouksel, I really thank you for this opportunity. I would like you to once again congratulate you for being a model and for education and for care about this issue. And willing to participate in this interview is quite important for my study. I must tell you this interview has been very helpful. I would like you to tell me your final thoughts about autonomy and self-regulation. And if you have any question for me, just go ahead.
Well, I would say as a conclusion that autonomy is what you're aiming to after going out of school, getting out of school. So, and you see that right now, 80-90% of the people are not able to think on their own, and this is why I think the school is failing at this time. Universities too. The whole educational team is failing because the educational team is handled by politics, not by teachers. And politics don't want people to think; they want people to agree, to follow. So I think, I think autonomy is a very good thing, but the society we're living in doesn't want that.
We are under control.
Pretty much.
Thank you, Mr. Ouksel, and I wish you Merry Christmas. And certainly, yes, everything is gonna change, and hopefully, we're gonna thrive.
See, hopefully next year, many things are going to change.
Mhm.
But not sure it's for the no, not sure it's for the best. But we'll see. We'll see.
That's right. I'm stop recording this interview,
Okay.
and I really thank you.
Okay. Bah, you're welcome, Jose.